Daddy, this is amazing,
yes,
isn't
thank
it?
you, Debbie.
We all know
That's
about the
fantastic
wind-up torches that we've seen in the past, but this is taking it to a different level,
Yeah,
isn't
that's
it?
right. I mean, people have been phoning in saying, when are you going to do a wind-up cycle light set? Well, here it is. Basically, it's a set like this with a front and rear light. You can see those there. And it even has a flashing mode. There you go. And the whole thing works on a very, very simple wind-up process. You just take that off the bracket.
So no batteries then?
No batteries are required. No, you just wind it up. And you think this is a tiny little wind-up torch, right? Here is the original TCL magic torch that we first started bringing to QVC about 4 years ago. And look at the difference in size. This is a really cute little jobby, but 1 minute of winding will give you 30 minutes of flashing light, around 10 minutes of full light, and you don't have to wind it up because on the side there's a little charging socket there, and it comes complete with a USB connector, so you can connect this to your computer and it'll charge up in 3 hours.
Do you know, I can think of so many people who are now cycling to work. I can think of the children going out, maybe going to school on their bikes when it's, you know, it's dark coming home or it's dark in the winter mornings. This would be absolutely fab, wouldn't it?
Absolutely fantastic, and it is so easy to use.
It's 17.17.
Yeah,
it's not a bad price
amazing.
at all.
Yep, to include the front and rear light. I mean, let's just have a look at the bicycle.
I was just wondering how it actually clips on.
It is so simple because it comes with this front clamp, which just literally clamps on. There's a little thumb thing there. You can just see that maybe just underneath there. There's no tools are required at all. The whole thing can be fitted without tools. It just fits onto the handlebars. You've got a cable which then goes from the clamp, runs along the bike.
Yeah.
We even supply you with the little cable ties that we tie around here. That comes with it.
Yeah.
And then it goes to the rear light, and the rear light just fits with a little rubber elastic. So the entire thing can be fitted in literally seconds with no tools.
Now, would you necessarily have it on flashing all the time?
Well, it depends. If you're perhaps going down a dark pathway and you want to use the light to actually light up the road ahead of you, then you'd have it on the solid setting.
Yeah.
But if you're maybe in traffic, for example, then people tend to prefer the flashing light because then you stand out much more obviously and people can see you.
So, I mean, a great gift idea, but also something which could make you bike riding a little bit safer as well.
Absolutely
now,
right.
I'm wondering, because, you know, people don't really know about the technology of this, and you're saying if you wanted it to illuminate a dark track, is a little light like that, which has just been wound up, is that going to be enough? Is it going to be powerful enough to illuminate a whole pathway?
What I can show you is I've got a little target over here which just shows the brightness of the light. Now here I've got a much bigger wind-up torch from a competitor.
Yes.
And let's just compare the brightness of this versus our cycle light. So here's our competitor's torch. There we go, that's it shining on there. And now here's the Baylis cycle torch.
Oh,
look at that.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
So
that's the competitor.
You know, you're going to be able to see further. And, you know, more, because I don't cycle. And I'm very conscious, as a driver, I need everything possible to help me see cyclists, you know.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
the brighter the light or the more flashing the light that a cyclist has, the more likely I am to notice the cyclist, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And I must just make this absolutely clear. For cycling on the public highway, you have to have lights that are approved to BS 6103.
Right.
These lights are not BS approved. So you can use these, but they must be used in conjunction with at least one other BS approved light.
Right, okay, so this is an extra, this is an add-on.
An extra light, but of course off-road you can do what you like, and this is a very lightweight torch, so it's excellent for off-road use because it's not going to jump around on the handlebars. It's very, very portable. And when you've finished your journey, all you do, basically, is pull the torch off the bracket, and you now have a remarkably tiny pocket torch that you can just take away with you. Pop it in your pocket like that, and don't forget that you can connect it to your computer when you're at work, and it'll charge up. Or if you forget to do that, you've got the ability to wind it up.
Isn't that fantastic. So if I charge it from my computer, how long am I going to get light-wise from it?
Right, 3 hours of charging on the computer will actually give you 5 hours of use.
Yeah, and
so
is that continuous or flashing?
That'll give you 5 hours of flashing use and about 1.5 hours of continuous solid light like that.
Fantastic, and
Yep.
I love the way you can just take it off like that. And so maybe if you've arrived at your destination, maybe you've cycled down to the village pub or
Yep,
whatever it
that
is
just
you're
pops on
doing,
there.
you know,
There we
and
go.
you've needed the light to help you along the way.
Yep.
Pop it in your handbag when you go in,
Yep.
and you know, and then likewise when you arrive home, you've got that light to help you find the key on the keyhole on the door.
And I tell you what, Debbie, it's got another trick up its sleeve, because if you're on your journey and you find that your mobile phone has gone flat, this
Doesn't
can be
that always
used,
happen
yeah, doesn't
at
it?
the most inconvenient
when you need to make
time?
that important emergency call, perhaps. Well, here's a mobile phone,
Yeah.
and it comes complete with this connecting lead, and that just connects into the side of the torch like so. Let's pop it in the other end, I think. There we go. And that end goes into your mobile phone. Now, Debbie, if you can hold the phone so we can see the display, I'll just wind the handle and watch what happens.
That's just quite... You know, when you think about it, I mean, there's such a lot of technology, isn't there?
Yeah.
And, you know, mobile phones and all of that. And you're just
winding the handle.
winding it up
Yeah.
with the power of your own wrist.
Exactly.
I mean, I think that's quite
Yep.
incredible.
There you go. You can see that there. And just 1 minute of winding will give you around about 3 minutes of talk time.
Yeah.
Better than that, if you then fit the USB adapter that comes with it, you can now charge your mobile phone off of any computer.
That is so clever.
So easy.
That
So
really
it's
is
such a
clever.
versatile kit. And the whole thing just comes in a really compact little box. The packaging is all manufactured from recycled material, so we're trying to manufacture responsibly. And the great thing is it's easy to gift wrap, ideal as a Christmas present.
I can think of so many people. A friend, Vicky, who cycles absolutely everywhere because she's trying to save money,
Yeah.
you know, and I know that the children would absolutely love this as well. I can think of so many people who would really enjoy having this. 558061, £17.17. And, you know, as a motorist, I wish more people would use better lights, more cyclists,
Yeah.
so that,
Extra
you know,
safety,
I
extra
feel
visibility.
safer if I can see a cyclist.
That's right. So you've got the front light there, which you can recharge by winding up, or you can recharge by USB. It comes complete with the bracket and the cable ties, so you can fit it to your bicycle in just a few seconds. The rear light there has rubber fittings, and further down you can see that we've actually laid out on the table in front of it all the telephone connectors that come supplied with it. So we've got Samsung, we've got Motorola connectors, we've got Nokia connectors. And if a particular connector for your phone isn't in amongst that lot, there's instructions in here as how to contact us, and we can actually send you the correct adapter for your phone.
So you're sorted.
Sorted.
If it's not there,
Absolutely right.
well, Tony's going to sort it for you anyway. Think of the number of people that you know who would love this as a gift at Christmas time. I think it's, you know, for the person who's got everything.
I mean, Debbie, £17.17. Look at how many batteries we managed to buy for around £20.
And, you know...
Over £19, just those few batteries you see. And when they're used up, they just get thrown straight into the waste, and you've got heavy metals, mercury and cadmium.
You've got to be very conscious of that these days, haven't you? And
this system avoids that.
Even from... OK, so it's more economical, and I think that's fantastic. But from the point of view of convenience, that's what I think's fantastic.
Yes.
You're never going to be let down by the battery having leaked or the battery having no charge left. That just doesn't happen because you just wind it up.
If you're halfway through your journey and the battery happens to go flat, it's not a disaster because you just wind it up.
OK, it's £17.17. This is brand new on QVC today. 558061, 558061, £17.17 is the price. Thank you very much, Tony. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I just wanted